So I want to talk about your why. You know, when you joined the business, obviously there's a reason why you were here, but what I want you to understand is that this is a business. And if you want to be successful in this business, you have to treat it like a business. And I can promise you that there's going to be some challenging days ahead. Entrepreneurship is not easy. It's one of the hardest things that you'll ever do in the world. And if you want to be successful at it, you've got to have a strong enough why that will pull you through some of those challenging days. Mama said there'd be good days and bad days, right? And so, you know, the first thing that I would encourage you to do, step number one, is I want you to begin with why. And I want you to ask yourself a couple of key questions. And I want everybody to go through this process. I want you to write these questions down, and I want you to think about these questions and really internalize them over the course of the next 24 hours and get really specific on what it is. The question number one is, what is it that you really want? You wouldn't wake up in the morning and grab your car keys and just start driving without knowing where you're headed, but that's how most people live their lives. So the question that I would ask you is, what is it that you want? What is it that you're truly after? I mean, certainly, you know, everybody would love to have maybe a nicer car or a nicer house, but I'm talking about real specific. What is it that you want exactly? And here's question number two that'll help you internalize that a little bit more. What will it give you that you don't already have? What will it give you that you don't already have? You know, for me, I'll tell you what my why is. My why is I want time freedom and I want peace of mind. Those are the two things that I'm after. You know, I have 6 children and I want to be able to enjoy their lives. I want to be able to be a part of their lives. I want to be able to, I don't want to be gone. I don't want to be at a job all the time. I enjoy being able to be at home and, you know, watch my kids as they go to school in the morning. You know, I can take them to school. I'm home when they get home from school. I love that my little boy Legend runs out when he wakes up in the morning still in his pajamas and I'm sitting there in the office. I love that. That's my why. You know, some other things, my why. I love to be able to, you know, I love helping my family. I love being able to be in a position where I can make a difference for my family. I kind of like to be the patriarch of the family, if you will, and help people that are in need. Those are things that are important to me. You know, for me, it's about being able to lay my head down on the pillow at night and just not have that stress. You know, every one of us knows somebody that's going to go to bed tonight saying a prayer, asking for financial solutions. And I've been there, and there's nothing worse than going to bed at night and just running through your head over and over again how you're going to pay for this bill or that bill. And so for me, it's really about having that peace of mind. I don't think that you can put a price tag on peace of mind. So those are some of my whys. You know, I could keep going on and on, but I would encourage you to take some time to define what your why is. Write it out. Get real specific about it. What is it that it'll give you that you don't already have? You know, one thing that you have to realize is working hard for something that you don't really care about is called stress. But working hard for something that you love is called passion. So if you don't really understand why you're doing what you're doing, then it is going to feel stressful because there are going to be some things inside of this business that are going to force you to step outside of your comfort level. You know, that's where we grow the most. And if you don't have a compelling enough why, the moment that you face rejection or somebody challenges your belief system or somebody quits the business or any of these things that are going to happen as you continue to move forward to become a network marketing professional, if you don't have a strong enough why, if you don't, you know, the why is kind of like the foundational root system of the tree, right? You don't see it, but it's there. And if you don't have a strong enough why, that first time that storm comes along, it'll just blow that storm right over. Shannon Summers says that she wants to pay my parents' bills. I want them to love the rest of their life, knowing that I'm safe and well provided for, to live, not love. Shannon, I love that. And I totally relate to that. You know, my mother-in-law is in her 60s and she still works so hard. She travels on the road. She's an amazing professional speaker. We'll probably have her appear on one of our calls. But she works so hard, and I would love nothing more than to be able to retire her and say, listen, you're done. Your house is paid for. I know that many of you probably would have a dream like that. You know, I know we all have our different whys, but I encourage you to get real specific about what that looks like. There's a book that's out there that I'm a big fan of called Begin With Why. And it's Simon Sinek, and he says that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And I'm actually going to play you a video that I want you guys to see this morning because it's a powerful video that's going to get you thinking along these lines of why you are here, and then we'll keep moving forward. So everybody turn your speakers up, and I want you guys to pay attention to this video because it's an outstanding video called the golden circle.
Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? Well, as a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done. That's how most sales is done. And that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do. We say how we're different or how we're better. And we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's our new law firm. We have the best lawyers with the biggest clients. We have, we always perform for our clients, do business with us. Here's our new car. It gets great gas mileage. It has, leather seats. Buy our car. But it's uninspiring. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right? You ready to buy a computer from me? All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a DVR from Apple. But as I said before, Apple's just a computer company. There's nothing that distinguishes them structurally from any of their competitors. Their competitors are all equally qualified to make all of these products. In fact, they tried. A few years ago, Gateway came out with flat screen TVs. They're eminently qualified to make flat screen TVs. They've been making flat screen monitors for years. Nobody bought one. And Dell came out with MP3 players and PDAs. And they make great quality products, and they can make perfectly well-designed products, and nobody bought one. In fact, talking about it now, we can't even imagine buying an MP3 player from Dell. Why would you buy an MP3 player from a computer company? But we do it every day. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When we communicate from the outside in, yes, people can understand vast amounts of complicated information like features and benefits and facts and figures. It just doesn't drive behavior. When we communicate from the inside out, we're talking directly to the part of the brain that controls behavior, and then we allow people to rationalize it with the tangible things we say and do. This is where gut decisions come from. Sometimes you can give somebody all the facts and your figures, and they say, I know what all the facts and details say, but it just doesn't feel right. Why would we use that verb? It doesn't feel right, because the part of the brain that controls decision-making doesn't control language. And the best we can muster up is, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Or sometimes you say you're leading with your heart, or you're leading with your soul. Well, I hate to break it to you, those aren't other body parts controlling your behavior. It's all happening here in your limbic brain, the part of the brain that controls decision-making and not language. But if you don't know why you do what you do, and people respond to why you do what you do, then how will you ever get people to vote for you or buy something from you, or more importantly, be loyal?
I love that video. Think about that just for a moment. And as you think about your why, I want you to really get real clear on why you are doing what you are doing in this business. And as you start to get more and more clear about it, it's easier to start sharing your story with others, right? It's always facts tell and stories sell. So at the end of the day, you can go around and talk all day long about, yeah, we offer great mining equipment. We've got Forex education. We've got crypto education. But listen, that's not going to move anyone to action. And you know what? Facebook is full of people that are leading from the outside in. Here's what we do. We've got great products, and you know what? Here's how they work, but people are not leading from the inside out. And so I encourage you to get very, very clear on your why. At the end of the day, I teach and educate people about the power of cryptocurrency so they're in a better position to profit from it. You're going from the inside out. And so you've got to get really clear on your personal why so that you can start sharing your vision with others. Because at the end of the day, you guys, it's your vision that's going to attract people to your cause. Everybody wants to be a part of a cause. Everybody wants to be a part of a movement. So you have to learn how to inspire others. And the way that you do it is with your why, with your vision. You know, when you go out and start talking to people about where you've been, listen, you know what, I used to work 50 hours a week, and I was gone all the time, and I was away from my family, and I never saw my children. And then you know what? I came across an opportunity to be able to start building residual income. And you know what? Since I've gotten started, all of a sudden I can see how over the next 1 to 2 years, I will be in a position where I no longer have to go to work. I can now spend time with my family. I'm now creating a residual income that allows me to be able to take vacations, to be able to enjoy my family. And you know what? I've never been more excited about life. You see, what you're doing is you're starting to share your vision with others. And it's that vision that's going to pull people in. That's how you inspire people to lead. But you can't, again, you've got to understand what that why is, so that you know why you're doing what you're doing, so you can go share it with others.